Hello everyone, welcome back to some more. This is the police. We've got today's newspapers here. Park to host Bake Off, not enough plot to City Cemetery. Photographer films UFO in suburbs. So it'll be interesting to see if we get a call regarding that. I accidentally broke my bathroom mirror while I was getting ready for work. My dad always said that's 7 years of bad luck. But I know it's a silly superstition. It'll probably only last for 7 hours. But it might be a good idea to take the day off. Anyway, no. Silly superstition. We're going to be playing some more of the good old sweet ginger green. As we send our people across the city. Trying to not blow stuff up. Right. We can arrest people. We can either go for where he goes shopping or... we'll check his doctor. We'll send Samedy and Grant. Why not? Ooh, we can do City Hall requests. I think we'll go for another detective slot and basically everything but an officer because we have 20 people right now. Yeah, we have 20 people and 7 detectives. I think we'll go for a 4 and 4 split, so we have 4 detectives in each shift. Seems pretty balanced out. Bar fight broke out after the bartender refused to serve 2 particularly drunken men. We'll send Powers, Vandal, Kemp, and Tsubaki. Why not? Because it is a bar fight. Fire all old cops. Tomorrow's the deadline. I'm not gonna fire Stovall. Unless he happens to get shot or something. The Sands still need help. Found an apartment of one of the leaders of Vargas punks. We're gonna end this thing ourselves, but there's bound to be gunplay. It'd be good for the police to take charge if the once the situation settles. Looks like we got the guy. There we go. Plus 20 for Samedy and Grant. Moser is getting a nice buff as well. Mole is getting a bit of a lift there as well. 2 large angry men are fighting in the corner of the bar. Use a taser. No nonsense, just zap them. Protect and serve. There we go. Our force is getting better. Most of our people are around the 300 now. Hoskins stopped coming in drunk, which is also very nice of him. Do appreciate that. You know what? We're gonna send people over here. Send the bad people. We've got a suicide threat at the cathedral. A young man climbs to the top and is threatening to jump. A crowd of onlookers is gathered under the cathedral. Some of them recognize the man and say they're sure he won't jump. He's just had some bad acid and wants some attention. Send Powers and Vandal. Chef Mastroianni. Mr. Boyd, my catering company was preparing the 20th anniversary banquet for the Gallery of the Modern Art, but the celebration was cancelled at the last moment. It would be unfortunate if such a mountain of food went to waste. I'm willing to offer it to you and your men for a modest fee. Yes? As far as the snitch told me, our people were relatively unhappy, so, you know, we'll give them a banquet. That seems flawless. It's only $300 to feed like 20 people with like chicken and everything. That seems really cheap. So, you know, send Koizumi, Robbins, and Grant. We'll go for a middle response here. A young woman attempted to leave the octopus restaurant without paying her. The waitress tried to stop her, but the girl punched her in the head and knocked her unconscious. A guard tried to step in, but the girl disabled him with pepper spray and then locked herself in the back room, where she can be heard beating something and shouting curses. Some people. Oh well. Suicide threat. This isn't the first time that teenager Gordon Booker has drawn the attention of the police with such a performance. He was never really planning on jumping. Well, at least we got him down, I guess. But still. Oh well. It's a relatively quiet day. Robbery. Yeah, it went fine. There we go. People are getting a lot better. Pretty good. Let's start another song here before the day ends. There we go. I don't really care too much about the catalog. I want to save that cash for the end of the year goal, basically. I mean, it's not like this music is bad. It's becoming a jam. You know, we're just chilling, fighting crime, listening to the good blues. Some of our men just ran into a bunch of punks on the street. We don't know if they're Vargas people, but it's good to get a couple uniforms on the scene just in case things go south. I wonder how they smuggle all those like planks and such along with them, and then just pull them out in a fight when they need them. Oh well. It's been a quiet day for Stovall. That just means that we're having a good day. We don't need his expertise as much. Noise complaint. Robert Wilson called to complain that his family can't get any sleep on account of the noisy neighbors. He says strange people are always coming and going, they take deliveries at all hours. Mr. Wilson has tolerated it for a long time and done nothing about it, but his sons snuck out before bedtime and peeked through the neighbor's window. They swear they saw boxes of machine guns. Kids have such imaginations, they can come up with everything. But it might be best if you sent over an officer, maybe ask him to keep it down at night. You know what, that is very reasonable. We'll send Stovall, Robbins, and Grant. There we go. At this rate, we might as well send some people over here. Just making sure that Sans stays ahead. Making sure that we don't end up getting shot. That would be bad. Yeah, quiet day at the station. At no point did we have to send out everyone. We'll send some officers as backup. Like I said, it's a quiet day. We can spare the forces. It's gonna take them double as long, but we still have people in reserve. People are coming back, so even if a mass riot were to happen or something, we'd have it under control. Homicide report. Homicide report. Right, let's investigate this one. We do have enough frames, but I highly doubt this would be it. We're going to leave that for now. Check out the other investigation. There we go. We also have 6 here. Also doesn't seem like we have enough, so we'll leave that for another day. We'll get some detectives on the cases here. Just, you know, to help out. We've got Moser, Brito, and Armstrong. There we go. That'll do. Noise complaint. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. And we found an automatic weapon. Let's sell it. Because we just bought a massive banquet for our people. So they should be a little bit happier. If nothing else, they won't have to eat at home with their wives cooking. Or the husband's cooking. You know. When Tsubaki's out on the forest, her man is cooking dinner for her. Who knows? We're progressive like that. Sans is still solidly in the lead. That's good. And it might be the end of the Mafia war tomorrow. Don't need anyone to come in tomorrow. Day 26. Confectionery reduces staff. Schoolgirl struck dead by lightning. Legendary actor Paul Spaggett giving masterclass in Freeburg. So it seems. Got a terrible heartburn. No. You drank too much. Well, if you die on the job, it's not going to be my fault, Smith. You're a loose cannon, Smith. You're replacing our snitch here. It's going to go horribly wrong in a minute. I can guarantee it. From City Hall, black protest. Federal law prohibits public gatherings close to municipal buildings. The blacks are planning a protest today in front of City Hall. This is a direct threat to the life of Mayor Rogers. Eliminate this threat by any means necessary. Yet, I think you're a little bit overreacting. We can now hire one more detective. I think we'll hold off for now. We can now improve our SWAT team. Improve efficiency. Quest result, we now get a raise. Hell yeah. There's our salary and fire all the old cops. Jack, you swore an oath to serve the city. You can keep your promises. We won't keep ours. And then finally, the black protest. City Hall. About 100 black people have surrounded City Hall, chanting, "We want attention." They want me to send 4 officers, SWAT, and a paddy wagon. We have 3 deployments, so that'll be fine. Protection! Jack, Mayor Rogers is misinterpreting the law in his favor. In fact, federal law allows public events near municipal buildings, including the mayor's office, provided the event is peaceful. We better cover our asses so we can fabricate evidence against Odin's beard, saying that he hates blacks and wants to go violent against them. Or we could fabricate against Sand, which would make him not like us. But we're not gonna go and suppress it with force, so I'm not gonna do any of that. We're not gonna be overextending our power, we're simply sending our people and making sure that the event stays peaceful, you know? That happens a lot with protests. The cops send some officers to keep an eye on things, not to suppress by force. That only happens when the crowd starts throwing bricks and Molotov cocktails and crazy stuff like that. Call just came in from an elderly woman named Sarah Wilkinson. She's concerned about a baby crying and other shouts coming from her neighbor's house. She's always known the child to be quiet and well behaved. Suppressed by force? No. I'm going against the game here on that. This is like the one part where I tend to stray from playing the game as the developers want you to play it. As this corrupt guy who does anything for the mayor. Mass riot at the Moonlight Soccer Stadium. That'll be fun. We'll send Petska. That's it. We have a mass riot to respond to now. Mitchell, Kubota, Beard, Asano, Quatch, Paddy Wagon. That should be enough. Then we'll have Yancey and Smith in case we get a municipal assignment from City Hall. Aside from that, we should be fine. Just waiting for people to arrive now. Petska, please tell me you handled this situation well.
310 complete.
Domestic problem. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. There we go. Kochi 510. You are a monster.
We've got a situation.
Smoke bombs have gone off throughout the stadium and people are beating each other mercilessly. Rush into the crowd, fire into the air, hit them with tear gas. We're not going to rush into the crowd. That would make us very vulnerable. We have strength in numbers. We're not going to fire into the air. That would cause mass chaos and those shots could fall down on someone. You know, what goes up must come down. There have been multiple cases throughout like history. Like for example in Libya when they were celebrating by firing randomly into the air and such. People did get injured because of that, so we're going to hit them with tear gas. No permanent damage, it will disperse the crowd, make it easier to deal with them, and there we go. One mass riot dealt with, in the safest way possible. Good. Carjacking at the city center. Well, we're going to wait until our entire police force comes back. And, yeah, we'll send Kochi, Yancey, and Trevor. We're gonna try and not get Smith killed here. Although, how's the labor market looking? Yeah, we would not be able to get a good replacement. So we'll have to let that go for now. You know, we don't want our officers to kill themselves. That would be bad. Sands need help. More idiots are at the bank again. Quatch and Smith. There we go. Carjacking went fine. That's good. It's been another relatively easy day, I must say. We were a bit stretched for forces with the whole mass riot in the stadium, but we handled things like we should. No fatalities, nobody got away either. Vandalism retiree Samantha Randon was looking out a window when she saw two young girls break the window of a nearby house, then paint the words traitor and cunt on the wall. Classy as ever, we'll send Kochi and Beard. Reasonable response force, a medium officer with a good officer. Black protest, the mayor himself. Jack, you swore an oath to serve the city. If you can't keep your promises, we won't keep ours. We're probably gonna get a budget cut. After not firing those old policemen, and then not suppressing the protest by force. But we have one empty detective slot, so we can use that to soak it up. We're gonna ignore Sands now, he's got enough of a lead.
211 complete.
Vandalism has been dealt with. Excellent. We are very much on top of things right now. Excellent. Yeah, looks like we might get one more call, we might not. Homicide and homicide. Right, let's take a look at this one first. Mitchell Hall, a guard. I saw a black sedan pull up to the building and two men. One in a raincoat got out. They passed me without saying anything. Irene Bonk, secretary. I heard the elevator and I turned and saw two scary men. I didn't see any weapons, but they made it clear they would kill me if I got in their way. Chief Financial Officer. It could have been a robbery. Elvis had a safe in his office. Don't know what he kept inside it. Wait, how are these frames any different? Oh, it's like the way they stand. Jesus Christ, that is... Actually, that one might be first. A cleaner. Yesterday I saw a couple of idiots, but I don't remember what time it was. I actually learned about the incident only later. Charla Colbo, the victim's wife. Elvis had his fair share of problems. He preferred not to talk about them. But I knew there were some people trying to take away his business. And he was offering them a bribe. Right, so if we put that in there, then they meet. That's a black sedan. Wait, you heard the elevator. And then they showed up. I think we're missing frames here. Because at this point they like walk out? I don't know. There's still a frame missing where they do something to him. Because I don't see anything happening. Not entirely certain. Oh, they were not armed. See, that's the difference between these two. So here's that they were clearly carrying a gun. This one, they're clearly not. So these have all been debunked. We're waiting for like one final frame then, alright. Good progress though, good progress. Let's take a look at this one. Someone banged on the door. My mother told me to hide under the bed and close my eyes and ears. Be as quiet as a mouse. I only heard muffled screams. When I got out from under the bed, I found my mother lying in the blood and I called the police. So that's the little boy. Medical examiner's fatal blow was struck by a blunt object to the head. Killer was standing behind the victim. Death was immediate, and the body showed no other signs of violence. So was standing from behind. No struggle, so clearly didn't see it coming. Heard Fiona swearing with her brother. He'd come around again begging for money at her doorstep. Then she started yelling at her son. He always sits there in front of the TV, playing these stupid games until he turns blue. Then my phone rang and I talked with my friend for an hour and a half. So clearly he shows up. And then... like comes in. They argue. It could also be that the boy opens. Who knows? All we know is that she was found at the desk. Now let's look at the first responding officer. The door to the apartment was open when I came in. The boy was sitting in front of the TV playing some games on a console. He didn't even turn in my direction. I think he was just in shock. His mother was laying dead right there in front of him. And the brother. Yes, I went to my sister to borrow some money. Lost my job and the bills were piling up. I expected her to help, like I've helped her in the past, but she refused. They didn't kill her. We had a fight and yelled at each other and I went home. So that would be this. I went home, watched a movie I rented, and went to bed. So according to him, he didn't do it. The kid was told to go and lie under the bed or something. What is it, like the kid that did it? And she yelled at him. Yeah, because she started yelling at her son. So it could be that he did it, but it could have also been... I'm gonna have to take a look at these a bit more in detail. I'll spare you guys the trouble of watching all that. So I've been fiddling around with this a bit off camera. I think it's the kid, but I think we're missing a frame somewhere. So we're gonna leave that for now. And we'll solve all of it tomorrow, probably. So that'll be fun. But yeah, we might as well send people over here. We're not gonna get any more calls. It's been a very quiet evening here. I like it. We only have to wait until they get there, and then we can move on with our lives, you know? We'll probably face repercussions from City Hall. But hey, we got our requests, so screw you, it doesn't matter. And there we go. We've helped out Sans even more. Continue. And that's the end of the day. Day 27, August 10th. Rogers is responsible for Freeburg PD breakdown. We're actually doing fine, thank you. Mayor Rogers, I will bring order to the police station. Hearst crashes into ambulance, no survivors. We're gonna do one more day, because why the hell not? Gordon and Tsubaki got food poisoning and expect to be in the hospital for the next 5 days. Today some of my relatives have come to visit. They're from another country and we've never even met before. Can I have a day off? You know what? Sure. I wouldn't normally do it, but we have such a good shift. And I want to keep our police station happy. You know, with all the maffia stuff going on. This means we can keep some cash for ourselves. Just giving them the odd day off will improve their mood. Maffia, your share for the automatic weapon. Take everything. We are so close to our 100 Gs. City Hall didn't send in a budget cut, so hey, that's good. Still have crappy detectives to hire. I'm gonna pass for that. Vandalism at the Corn Monument. An elderly woman has reported that children wearing hoodies have painted rude words on a nearby monument. We'll send Vandal, he should be able to take care of that on his own. Suicide threat at the Atticus Tower. Teenage girl slipped past the skyscraper guards and found her way onto the roof. She's now standing on the edge. A guard called the police and said he was afraid to approach the girl. He could tell the girl was serious. We'll send Samity and Grant. Oh, no, come back, Samity. Oh my god. That misclick might lose that girl her life. Trucker saw a teenage boy climb over the safety fence in the middle of the bridge. The driver stopped and tried to talk to the boy, but the boy became hysterical, screaming, "Don't come any closer or I'll jump." What the hell's with this city today? Everyone's trying to jump off. Vandal handled the vandalism. I have a sneaking suspicion that we're gonna get a assignment from City Hall today. Oh, Jesus Christ. I would have felt so bad if she ended up jumping, but Samity, he's a beast. He's really good at his job. He's the MVP. Hit and run. Pedestrian said that they saw a dark pickup careen onto the sidewalk, hit 2 teenage skateboarders. He didn't even slow down, just smeared those poor kids and kept driving ahead. The drunk freak. That suicide threat has also been handled, thank God. Hopefully that's enough of those calls for today. Animal assault. We received a rambling call from a man who claims that he returned home from work to find a huge cat sitting on his doorstep, crouching and ready to attack. He was growling like a Tyrannosaurus, stuttered the victim. Well, that's probably a false alarm. It's a cat. Situation is more serious at the hit and run. We'll send Grant and Samity, I suppose. Disorderly conduct. We'll only have Koizuma. Oh. Pensioner looked out her window and saw a crowd of naked people running through the streets. She didn't know what to think and called her neighbor, who had also witnessed the outrageous spectacle. The women together called the police and demanded an immediate explanation. Oh, have you seen those people running through the streets? They were just running around naked. The reported Catasaurus-Rex is just an ordinary neighbor's pet and poses no threat to anyone. Oh, we have our people here. Samity, Robbins, Grant, Kemp, Paddy Wagon. We're gonna catch all the naked people for the old time people. That'll be wonderful. Nearly got some more people back at this. Oh, more people. I say more people. It's Hoskin. He's still good at his job. Disorderly conduct. Yeah, we aced it. As I expected we would. It's getting dark. Sands need help, you know. Shoo. Honestly, I've given you so much, Sand. Piss off. You never even paid me once for interfering in your maffia war. You'd probably blap me in the face if I didn't, but... Yeah, no, that's 3 people. Actually, if it gets to like 1 in the morning, I'll send people out. Because it does seem like we're not gonna get any other calls here. It's a very quiet night again. And as I say that, we get another call. Well, we're going to send Hoskin, Camp, Vandal to this. Unlawful assembly. People wearing white caps have gathered outside City Hall, demanding a return to the good old days of segregation and slavery in Freeburg. The crowd chanted, "White is right." Some were seen carrying revolvers. Yeah, we're going to mobilize for that? Just in case? Oh, we get another pop-up immediately. I'm not going to be able to handle that, even if we only need a single cop. Oh my god. There goes our flawless record for a while. I overcommitted. You know what? That's not a bad thing. 8 in 10. It's not like anyone got hurt. We don't have any more. How can you not handle that with SWAT and all those officers on site? See, there you go. Non-automatic weapon, ask to sell. 2 more frames, right. I think she opened the door, got into an argument, he left, shouted at the kid. But then where does he get the weapon from? Not from her, probably. I mean, she opens the door. She shouts with him. He walks away. Kid gets shouted at. Shouting happens first. After he leaves. He didn't come from the front. He could have come from behind, but then... Where does he get that thing from? He definitely leaves. No, that wouldn't work. He doesn't attack her. They stand there talking? I don't know. I think I'm missing something here. Perhaps this? Or something? No. Yes, I went to borrow some money. Anything about the kid here? No. She then started yelling at her son, so she opens the door, yells at him. Yells at the kid. Kid sneaks off or something? This is the kid opening a door, and that's invalid. He also doesn't attack her. I don't think that's the one. I don't think he is, no. I think we need another frame, honestly, so we'll close this one for now. The other homicide. An open safe. Right, that's, that seems good. So we know that we're not armed. It wasn't a green car, it was a black car. They didn't take the stairs. I think it's... So they do utilize... So they do throw him out the window, right? So the glass has to be broken. And then they walk away or something? It's all black. You don't see anyone leaving. Didn't see any weapons, so... It's gotta be this one. Could have been a robbery. I don't know what he kept inside it. Yes, I saw a couple of idiots. You guys are not helping very much, I must say. I think it's this one. I don't remember the person here in the back. So they park in front. They walk out. It's gotta be this one. They go into the elevator. She notices them. They're not armed. He has a safe in his office, right? And then they walk out like nothing happened, and meanwhile he's dead. I don't know. I think we might be missing more frames for these, so I've been fiddling around for a bit. Do you see anything about anyone, like, taking their jacket off or something? I don't know, that could be the difference. Screw it, we'll leave it for tomorrow. I'm not gonna fiddle too much with that. And that'll be the end of the day for now. We've been wrapping our head around some detective stuff. Inconclusive thus far. But everything will be fine. Sans is winning with a landslide victory. Vikas Varga has been defeated, and his army of street punks and thugs has been broken. No one knows what happened to Vikas himself. But it doesn't matter now. He'll never show his face in this city again. So Sans should be pretty happy with us now. We're gonna end the day here, and then that has been it for this episode of This is the Police. Whoop whoop. We're gonna leave it here for now. If you enjoyed this video, do leave a like down below. And why not leave a comment while you're down there? I mean, I like responding to comments. If you want to see more, This is the Police, and have not yet subscribed to the channel, do please consider hitting that subscribe button. And as always, until next time, have a good one, folks.